Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders in Great Millstone. Rule well, teach well with sincerity, honesty, and integrity. Brothers who's laboring this truth, putting their life on the line, especially in these times. Salutations to you brothers and you very few sisters believe in this truth wholeheartedly, sincerely. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, so I'm gonna put out this precept and I'll give you the subject matter in a second. Verse Psalms. I pray this lesson is edifying. It's going to be a quick exhortation for you brothers and you sisters. All right, Psalms 119, 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way. You see, because when you see, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna get it. Much. Let me just get it. Ecclesiastes 1:18. For in much wisdom is much grief. All right, so through thy precepts I get understanding, and we hate every false way, because guess what? We're learning, you know, the mindset of a true king, Yahweh. You know, the mindset of the true king, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, the mindset, the correct way of life, right, which is holy, which is separate, outside of all these heathenistic ways that we've been brought up. You know, we've been brought up in all these heathenistic ideologies and philosophies, right? So we was heathens ourselves. But see, through the precepts we get understanding that this is the false way, this is the evil way. You know, it's that we sigh and cry for all the abominations that's done in the midst thereof, man, because we seeing all the abominable things that we have to suffer here in Babylon, and even before then, you know, because this is with this kingdom, America, which is also known as Babylon, is also known as spiritual Sodom and Egypt, Nineveh. All these kingdoms, a conglomerate of all these past abominable kingdoms, right? And it came into this is the best version of the abominable kingdom that it can be. This the wicked ways of this place that exceedingly polluted the earth, man. So we're at the time where the wicked that the Bible speak of is in rulership, man. The wicked. So he's gonna take it to the next level, man. All right, and these precepts, right? We're able to understand. We're able to understand the things that we have to suffer, that we have to go through on a day-to-day. Is we have to suffer it, man, and we have to be patient, because it's ridiculous, the things that we gotta see with our eyes and go through on a day-to-day, man. We gotta deal with the oppressor who oppresses us day and night. You know, we gotta go to him for the want of all things. You know, he puts these paper yokes on us, right? Outside, before it was the actual chains, right, and shackles, right, he put on us, but now it's these paper chains and shackles. And if he write laws and legislation, right, like the 13th Amendment, where it make it, if you break the law, right now it constitute as basically you now a slave, man. So and if you go into the percentage of the people that's incarcerated here in America, where they say 13% of the people here in America are so-called black people, right? But guess what? About 40 to 50, about almost 50% is of the prisons that's filled up with black people. How to make it make sense, man? And then the rest, I did the math. The rest of the 30-40% of the prisons is with Latino, with the so-called Latino and Spanish people. Make it make sense, man. The so-called the blacks and Latinos, and even those Native Americans is in prison right now, filling up the prison cells, man. You Israelites, man, Jake, right? So we gotta suffer this place, man. We've been turned into we was private slaves. Now we're public slaves. We're working for pennies, crumbs at the dollar. We basically, everything we work for, we give it right back to these Fortune 500 companies. So it's going right back into their hands. You know, the scripture says these curses, we under these curses, that our life should hang in doubt, man. But guess what? That's because we broke the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. So we're being chastised as a whole nation, right? Because the Lord chastised His Son that He loves. See, we're, as a nation, He loves us, right? Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated, right? But we're going to see. That's why it led me to do this, because I was listening to the elder Apostle Tahar, and he had a beautiful lesson about the triangular slave trade, right? You should go check it out. And then the brothers landbacked on it. Landbacked on her. Just lock it. Just want to make sure. Alright, just lock it. So they landbacked on it. But he said something, and I'm gonna bring the scripture out. He said something, he quoted it, and it made me just meditate, man. But we gotta, even though we gotta go through all this bullshit, man, guess what? This is it right here. Guess what? It's one of my favorite scriptures. It's one of my favorite scriptures. You know, all the scriptures are my favorite, but you know how it is, brothers and sisters. Romans 13:11. And that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed. See, we're going to be saved out of this, the hand of the evildoer, the violent man, the wicked man. All he did was rape, rob, and murder our people since the days of, he been looking to slain his brother since the days of when he was just planted out of his blessing. You see? So this is what it's all about, man. We hasten in the day of the coming of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. And we know, we're seeing the time, we know the forecast. That's why the scripture says, no need that I write unto you, right? Because we can see the time. We're measuring the time. And we know what all these things are happening. Like, go to Matthew 24. If I'm not mistaken, Luke, I don't want to misquote it. I think it's Luke 21 or either 19. But you know what I'm saying? But definitely, this is the time we're living in, man. So we know our salvation is nearer than we believe, and we're gonna have our hands around our oppressor's neck, man. The last is gonna be made first, right? They're gonna go into captivity, man. He that leadeth into captivity should go into captivity. You see? And we're hastening that day, man, to usher in our King Yahushua, and which a righteous ruler, a profitable king, right? We're hastening that day through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And we're almost out of here. We're almost out of here. We just got to continue to suffer this place, man. Continue to sigh and cry. Continue to do the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and do our best to rehearse the righteous acts. And pray when the Lord comes that we're counted worthy, man. That He says, well done, thou faithful servant, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That's what we fighting for, man. All right? So I ain't want to hold you, man. I just wanted to touch on that. It was something in my spirit. I just want to, pray this lesson was edifying and exhorting. Shalom to the whole elect.